Hi everybody, it's Mary Jo. Welcome back to my channel, Enchantress Tarot. Thanks for subscribing and watching and sharing. I really do appreciate everyone. I'm doing this reading because there's a lot of energy going on. It's for the week of November 11, 2018 to November 17, 2018. And everyone's talking about the 11, 11, 11, 11. So you know that November is the 11th month of the year. And in case you didn't know, 2018 is a universal vibration of 11 when you add 2, 0, 1, and 8. So you have this 11 vibration for the universe, meaning all of us in the world, to master our intuition and tune in to our inner divination. Okay, it's a master number and the first of the master numbers, so you don't necessarily have to reduce it. We always look at a master number as a double digit. Reducing it to 2 is a balance that you would find harmonic balance in relationships. The 11th month holds the same thing. It's a portal, the 2 wands. It's a gateway. What are you being called into in a new life, a new realm, new information, new vibration? And then we have the 11th day of the month. So you can look at this as an 11-11 day and 11-11-11 because the year is an 11 vibration. So this month, for many people, they will feel like they're really tapped in. You know, those veils are always thinning and thinning as the progression of the equinoxes, and we're starting to really tap in. A lot of us are not just awoken, but we are aware. So now with this week, we have Venus going direct on the 17th. Thank God. You know, someone asked me to do a video and I was like, well, it's not going to be like a big deal. Well, it kicked me in the face, and a lot of other people I know got a kick in the pants or the face. It's been a rough retrograde for a lot of people. They took hits on their finances, their jobs, their love life, their relationships. So with it going direct, things should start to move forward with regards to your money, your core values, your self-esteem, you know, your finances and love. It's still better to wait till after December 17 when the shadow passes. If you're looking to do any big ticket purchase, like for a home, a new car, beautification of yourself, your body, beautification of your home, renovations, anything that has to do with refining you or a material thing. If you've already started, well, that's okay. And even falling in love, it's not guaranteed to work really, or not necessarily going to work during a retrograde. So if you can hold off, if you've met someone, to really explore and get to know them more before you advance into that relationship. But we also have in the same day that Venus goes direct, boom, Mercury goes retrograde. So hello. So just be careful. Make sure you've made your travel plans well before that, because it does mess with anything with travel and transportation, and it does mess with your communication from people. Misunderstood messages, misunderstood communication when you talk face-to-face over the phone. Texting, you may misunderstand or not get the text, the email, the letter, the phone call. Anything to do with communication, even commerce, it's going to be affected right now, even writing skills. So don't jump the gun right away. If you didn't hear back from that person, your phone might be on the fritz, your computer, it does mess with those things. So I was like, oh great, we go from the pan to the fire sometimes. But it is, like it always is, a transit, and this too shall pass. We also have the nodes have shifted into Cancer, Capricorn. My video is up for that if you haven't seen it. Jupiter has moved into Sagittarius. That's the sign that rules, so it's dignified there, and that started on the 9th, so that will be lasting for about a year, because it takes about 12 years for it to return to its home sign. And then Uranus, the shocking, expect the unexpected, drop a bomb on your lap or $1 million, has gone retrograde back into Aries, November 7th. So all that stuff that's been delayed for you, or like you got upsets between May and now, and then the retrograde from Taurus, it's going back to Aries. So now Aries is action. It's your ideas. So this is a time for you to try and fix it and repair. Aries forges things out of the flames, out of the fire, it forges things. So this is a good time for you to get reconnected, reestablished, realigned, and go forward. This is when you really push ahead. You're generating the energy after what you've gone through with Uranus hitting Taurus, and this is a time for you to go full steam ahead. Okay, so that being said, let's get a move on. I also have the 12 signs up for November. I did that per sign. But I'm going to still do the weekly ones because you know what? It's a general reading, so we can maybe tap into things. I did it a little bit differently because of all the intense energy. So we're looking here at like what's been going on with us. Things have been in a stall and gone slow. This card does have a Taurus energy for me, so I'm saying like with Uranus and Taurus, we did have a lot of upsets. We felt like we were unstalled and not able to go forward because this knight is dug in. You know, he's like on the Clydesdale of horses. He's armed with everything he needs, and you could see this knight's armor. Not like in other decks that's all shiny and new. He has gone through many battles or been through it. And he's still strong, you know, with all this red. He's very grounded, and he's focused now on what he wants. Even though he sees either he's not moving or things aren't going as quickly as he'd like, it's going to be slow and steady progress. So just keep focusing, and this is what our intention has been in the past few months. We're focusing on what we want in our lives. What are we creating in our life with this pentacle? Is it your health? Is it a solid relationship? Are you grounded? Your finances increasing? Buying a home, a car? See, anything tangible that money can buy, or working on your vocation or your trade, because the pentacles to me do mean something that you do lovingly with your hands, that you create, an art, a craft, but it brings income to you. And it also gives you grounded nourishment. That's very important with this knight. He takes action to stay grounded, and he's forever learning. So there may have been things during the retrograde you're going within and learning about that you didn't expect was going to happen. You found out things about people or finances or a situation that you never would have expected, and you just had to put the brakes on, or it's like your life had just put the brakes on, and you just kept getting pounded and pounded and pounded with more negative things and bad news. Okay. That's in the past, and even if you're working through it now, it's lightening up. Even though it's going very slowly, they're saying a piece of the pie is better than no pie at all. So whatever you're still got and holding on to, just look at that as like, do your happy dance with da, 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 da. I have this one thing in my life, and I love it, and I'm grateful. Send so much love out to this. You know, you'll bring back more to you to be loving and grateful for. Now, the aces do imply energy toward a new beginning. With this card of the flame, the fire, the wand, this is what we were talking about. Uranus left Taurus, slow and steady, you know? The bull in the paddock chewing its cud. I'm happy here. Don't touch me. Don't move me. Uranus came over and tipped that bull over. This is what Uranus does. It destabilizes things. And Taurus, Earth, is so wanting to be stable. It's like, and we did have all those volcanic eruptions, and we had all the storms and everything that was going on, earthquakes at that time that happened back in May 14th, if you think of it. So now we know that Mars has moved into Uranus. It's retrograde back. Uranus has moved back into Aries, excuse me. But so we know that this is a time to take the wand and put everything in play. You've got some creative ideas going on here with all this orange. You know, God's giving you the wand saying, go for it, take it, start to walk, go forward. I look at the purple mountains and I think of, yeah, the purple mountains, majesty of America, sure. But I think of the psychic, the intuitive, this 11 vibration, the high priestess energy of knowing and learning. And you are learning on your journey. You are evolving, okay? And now you take that energy and take the knowledge of what you've experienced, that you've grown, even if it was painful, even if it was hurtful. And for some of you, you didn't grow at all. I'm going to tell you, you're going to repeat this stuff again. It's going to keep coming around till you get it correct. You don't want to leave this place in the same state that you are or devolve. You want to always ascend. So with the wands, we're saying, okay, it's your time now to get a move on. You know, like I say, get a giddy up and you get along. Do it. This is the time to put it into play for you. It's time for you to fulfill yourself. Okay, so little lovers, we think of Venus, you know, and her Mishigas, what she's been doing to us with the retrograde to make us learn things about ourselves, who we value, what we value, why we value it. What do we value about ourselves? Now, the Lover's card can talk about a lover coming into your life. Maybe you didn't move in a relationship and you feel a spark of passion with this person now. And this is the progress you're going after the 17th. You're moving ahead into a lover position. That's not for everybody. Some of you are engaged in a relationship, and it could even be the stall in your relationship. You rekindled your romance, maybe did some date nights, or you did some talking and communication where it was stagnant before. There's new life in it, and you feel a completion with this partner you've chosen in your life. And even if you want to put this toward anything in your life that has been on a stall, now's the go ahead, the green light for you to fulfill yourself. This is, again, that 6 energy. It's where you're loving and nurtured. The 6 looks like a woman's womb. It's where you're protected and cared for in your relationship. So whatever this is in your life that you have been stagnant on and looking to move forward with, this is the piece of the puzzle that's been missing for you in your life. Now's the go ahead. You feel the completion, like you wanted that car or that beautiful necklace, or excuse me, to have a baby or that vacation, whatever it is. This card, the Lovers, is talking about making wise choices, good choices, the best choices to fulfill your needs and the things that your heart desires to complete you in your life. And for some of you, it will be a coupling that is loving, and it's very sexual also, but it's again about choosing wisely. Now we had the resting period too. We've gone through a lot, and it talks about now with the nodes moving into Cancer, Capricorn. I feel this is a good card for that because we've been through it. A lot of you had the Aquarius, North Node, South Node, and Leo North Node really affect you, especially if you had a lot of energy in those signs or if they were on your ascendant, your sun, or your moon. So for 18 months, you kind of went through the ringer, but it's that growth. You were releasing with calm. You were finding your dharma. What about you shines? What are you creating with love in your life and releasing pain in the past? So after this has ended and now we enter this Cancer, Capricorn. Cancer's the mother, the home, love, nurturance, protection. Okay, Capricorn is being determined and solid, a solid foundation, recognition. So this is a time I really feel like you're to love and nurture yourself. Take some rest. Because, you had all this misery, depression, worry. A lot came at you. And for some of you, it was even arguments, cross words. Maybe you fought with a friend of yours or a lover or family member. This card is saying you need to just rest right now. Really give yourself some love. Really. If you don't love yourself, how can anyone else love you? This is a time, give yourself a facial scrub, exfoliant, a clay mask, your feet. Do foot massage. If you have someone help each other massage your scalps, or do something nice for yourself or with somebody else, like a beautiful bath, a spa treatment. Even if you like to go on hikes and be in nature, and that it clears your head. This is the time that you need to do this. For now, the 4 is saying just stop and rest your weary mind. Give your body what it needs, the love, because all these swords that came at you were in your mental realm. And you were stressing over everything. And now it's a good time for you to just take a step back and rest and enjoy the outcome of what's going on. Because here, like what's coming now for you is clarity, mental clarity, and a coolness. Where before you maybe felt yourself like on stall and ungrounded, this is, a cool, clear head, making logical, methodical choices that make sense to you instead of being anxious and stressing over what to do. This is a clear head, and you've learned a lot through this situation. Now, for some of you, it may be someone helping you, and this is our Gemini, Libra, or Aquarian woman. And she could be divorced, single, or widowed, or she has lost a child. But she is good counsel. She's sharp. This reminds me of the Libran woman. She just holds back nothing. She doesn't pull any punches. She just cuts away with that sharp tongue of her, but she gives clarity and wisdom too. We all have shadow side. So I really feel like this is someone over 35, and older. Could be a mother figure, or someone who's like a mother to you. And for some of you, it resonates as male. That's fine. There's no gender. But this is someone who takes things and breathes life into them. Any ideas, any help or guidance. She's really a good, solid mentor for you. She's offering out a hand even of peace if there have been arguments there. Some of you, it's not going to be the end all. That's what they're saying. Some of you, she's offering the hand of peace, but things are never going to change. And maybe you could just be lovely with each other and cordial and take the hand of peace and the offering and have boundaries there. But for others of you, this is someone who's really looking to help you move forward in your life with clarity. She makes wise choices too. Yeah, because she's going to help you, or even if this is you taking on that energy, by the way, Spirit's saying this could also be you changing your energy from what you have been doing into someone who's making more logical decisions instead of jumping into the fire, being impetuous. This is really being more practical. And not that you're not having fun. It's just a more practical, sensible thing that you've matured and learned from. Because this is what you're working toward, aren't we all? Our happily ever after. And with the cups, it's representing all of the elements, not just water, not just emotion with the cups. This is saying a new beginning is coming for you. You have this rainbow over you. Now, it's symbolically, it's talking about a home. Some of you, might live in a co-op, a condo, an apartment, a tent, a yurt, a mansion. It doesn't matter. Whatever home is, people might have their home in their backpack as they go across, Europe. It doesn't matter. Home is always with you. It's in your heart, and you take it wherever you go. And it reminds me of Cancer, because Cancer is the crab. It's that hard exterior and soft and gushy inside. So everywhere the crab goes, it carries on its back its home, right? And before it makes a decision or a move, you ever see it goes right to left, left to right, backwards before it goes forward. It assesses things. It's got those pinchers. It's feeling things out with those eyes, those big, beautiful Cancer crab eyes. So this is saying, you've made a lot of choices or decisions. Maybe some of them weren't the best, but now during this retrograde, you can correct those before you go forward and work toward having all of your cups filled in your life. The career, your health, the love life, friendship, family, money, stability, a home, a car, whatever it is that fills every one of your cups. This is it. And this is something you're working for. And for some of you, if it's a family, there may even be family help from other people involved with this with you. You have the emotions there, but it's nothing tumultuous. So I really feel like there's a flow going. That's a happy, beautiful, blissful flow, especially with the rainbow. And you see the mountain peaks on the side of you, and here you're in this valley. So, but there's an opening. You're not, it actually looks like the 1-1, the portal energy for me of the 11. So really with this card, it's talking about a clearing for you. There is a clearing. There's no mountains for you to climb any further at this time, as it is a period of time and not forever and ever. Everything changes. It's a really great time for you to heal. Now with Temperance is Sagittarius, and we know that Jupiter moved into Sagittarius. It's home sign, so it's dignified there. This is a time of great expansion and growth for you, so be careful what you're expanding on in your life. If you're expanding on lower vibrational frequencies, greed, avarice, drugs, alcohol, sex, lower vibrations, you're only going to bring more misery attached to that. You want to raise your vibration to a more higher sense, more ethereal sense. Feed your spirit with Sagittarius. Feed your soul with Sagittarius. This is a time for you to heal. And I know it's Sagittarius, but I always feel like with Scorpio, it's like she's beneath the water. You see, she's under the water and she's going to her well. Scorpio's like that. It dives deep into the depths of our emotions. And this is a good time for you to reevaluate, what is it about myself that triggers me to do these things that are so low vibrational and stopping me from being the best me. And go to your well. You are the vessel, okay? You fill the vessel with water, right? Like a sink, like a bowl, like a well, right? Now, if there's no stopper on it, the water just keeps going nowhere. Nowhere. That's like your karma. You're feeding your karma is your past. The Dharma is the well that you fill now, what you feed now. Feed and nurture your soul with Temperance. This is a time for you to heal, everybody. This is a time for you to regroup, and it's kind of tying into here where there's a time for healing. There's a time for going forward. There's a time to reap. There's a time to sow. So for now, feed your soul. Feed this vessel that you are in, okay? So that's earth, and that is spirit. It's matter, and in the ethos. Go to your well for the things that you desire, for healing. Relationships, yourself, whatever it is that's going on in your life, Spirit's always there to guide you. And there are times you have to really dive deep into what you feel is unsafe waters or uncharted waters. But in order for you to come up and breathe deeply, okay, and be clear-headed and have the things you want, you need to go to the depths and face those fears, face those things about yourself on the darker side, and know that they're a part of you. And you can control that beast. You can control it. It's there for a reason. You love it. You nurture it. It's there, but you don't have to use it all the time. It's just once in a while. So recreational use of something. Limit yourself. Temper. It's moderate your behavior. Okay, so what's coming up here? Oh, nice. We have the sun energy. So we're feeling the recharge. All right. The sun card is the sun in the tarot. This is going until the 17th. So we'll be entering Sag actually on the 23rd. So that'll be a solar return for people with Sag. But even for now, the sun is talking about our recharge, that we're feeling renewed. A sense of energy, you know, that we get here with this card. Going forward, success, it's our ambitions being realized. Our focus on our ambitions to realize them at some time, coming at the divine time, but working on it and feeling childlike and feeling, I can do this. This is hope. This is abundance. This is not feeling afraid. This is really fearlessness going forward and knowing that you can shine. Okay. Oh, and you know, we're looking at these majors. Wow. So we have this one major, second here, and another major, and another's coming. And I always look at the wands because it's the hand of God as a major. So the sun is saying you're being offered a new life. All right. For some of you, it is your solar return and you're entering the new life. And then we're getting closer to the end of the year. So sometimes we feel the energy 2-3 months before the new year of our numerical change of our year. Some astrologers feel it starts January 1st. I feel it starts on your solar return, and then you go into your personal numerical year. But with the Judgment card, and we have this progression from the Prince of Heaven to 20, and we know it's coupling and with partnering and things in our life, but this card is talking about you being called to a new life, being awoken from the spiritual dead. This is letting go of the past things that don't serve you. So here we have some healing going on and re-energize, and this is really letting it go instead of walking with it every day, because the Judgment card talks about what entombed us in the past, what patterns were going on in your life that seem to be repeating. If you think about every 19-year cycle, what was happening in your life. This is what I'm saying when we look at these things and dive deep and say, wait a minute, this is familiar. This is what got triggered. Now you realize this is like definitely an epiphany. Like you realize what the hell has been going on and what have you been doing. And this is saying, I'm going to release those things so that you don't attract them into your life again. And you don't, you know, when you invite them, and you do, you invite these people into your life, these situations. You don't realize it by the energy you're putting off. Once you have this epiphany and realize what you're doing and you do that, oh, you know, your aha moment, work toward healing them either with counseling, some prayers, meditation, talking to other people in groups that have the same situation so that you can evolve that and mature that. You know, like I said, some of the things are scars and we're reminded of what we survived. Some things are open, festering wounds that never close. Right? And some things we get to heal, and there's no reminder of them left on our bodies, or in our minds, and our hearts. So this is what we want to do with the Judgment card. We definitely want to release, forgive ourselves, and especially ourselves. We're so hard on ourselves and others for whatever injustices were caused or that we partook in, and even with ourselves and not loving ourselves enough. All right. So we have the Empress. So she is truly Venus. This is energy being brought forth. You know, this is what are you birthing? What are you creating? Lovingly. You want this in your life. And you know, like a pregnant woman, she has a baby in her womb and she brings it forth. There's no secret. This is forever pregnant. This is abundance. And so at this time, going forward, you want to do all this work here and healing and clarity for what you're going to be birthing in your life and creating next. That's very important for you. You know, you have to clear out all the old stuff before you could bring anything new. And you ever notice that when you clear out your garage, your attic, your basement, your house, you get everything cleaned up, and all of a sudden somebody comes to visit you or you get new stuff? See, that's the energy. Clear out the old chi from your womb, from your heart, from your mind, from this vessel. Clear it out. Heal it. Nurture it. Let it rest. And then create something new that will be stirring within you for the moment when it will be presented and born. And I had turned over the deck just to see what the secret of the deck was. And we got Justice, number 11. Now, this is Libra. Venus is transiting, Venus is still transiting this week until the end of the 17th in Libra retrograde. So we know that's one of her signs, just as Taurus is. So this is harmonic balance with yourself and other people. She holds the fulcrum. And in this deck, Actually, she has the scale, and it's just one holding, and her sword is up. So this is clarity again. We're talking about balanced mind, okay, making clear choices and decisions, the epiphany, clear-headed mind, healing, releasing, but it's an 11. The 11 month, this week starts with 11 day, and the year is universal 11. So I think Spirit is just crowning this reading with saying, go through what you need to go through in this time. Like a gateway, a doorway, a portal to transcend, to transform, to transmute, whatever it is going to be for each of us, and realign and recalibrate so that you have harmonic balance in yourself. All your chakras, your prana, your meridians, your auric field is cleansed and purged, that you are a balanced, empowered being of light. You have mental clarity, truth, justice, balance. The sword is forged with balance, okay? And that's what you're looking toward, and focus on that, especially with the Libran energy. It is about love. It is about music and the arts, but it's always about harmonic balance in everything in life and clarity here. So that's a very intense reading, and matches very much the intensity, if you look at all these majors here, with the alignments that are going on. And a lot of these cards actually connect in the tarot to those planets or the sign. So do have an enjoyable weekend. Please try and remember the energies and the transits are fleeting. And know that it's how you perceive what's happening in your life that affects things in your life. And when you perceive it as something horrible, you are inviting more of that energy to you. When you perceive it as joyous or blissful, you also attract that. All I can say when these things happen that are upsetting and we're just shocked with it, absorb that shock, go through the tears if you need to purge or anger, and then redirect your energy. It's very important. And then ask Spirit, God, Universe, your higher self, what good is coming out of this, and invite in infinite wisdom that you and I don't even have. And know and believe this is all a stepping stone to the things that I want to have in my life, that I will bring forth in my life. And it's just part of my past thoughts, words, and deeds that I am releasing now. Forgive, forget, if you can, or at least forgive and release it, so that you're clear to go forward and bring something new, beautiful, and wonderful into your life with the balance you need and the mental clarity. Okay, everybody, well, enjoy. I do have the new moon video up. I have the Cancer Capricorn nodal shift video up. So if you haven't seen that, please do, and check in for the signs by the month if you haven't seen that too. And thanks very much for watching. And as always, I wish you the best.